channel. I'm Mai Rodriguez. Are you finding it difficult to boost your sales? Today, we'll dive into the story of an entrepreneur who faced the same challenge but completely turned things around with the help of a business coach. Through strategic guidance, their revenue skyrocketed by 400% in just 10 months, from 15 million to 60 million pesos. This success story could be yours. Let's explore how it was done. We're excited to have on the show José Leo Caparas Jr., better known as Coach Joo. Great to see you again, Coach Joo.
It's always nice to be with you. Thanks, Mai, for having me over again.
It's the second time having you on the show. So the last time we talked about the ins and outs of turning a business into a franchise. Now today we're diving into something just as exciting, helping businesses increase their sales with the right coaching strategies, of course. Tell us about this case study, your coachee. What was the state of their business when you first met, and how did you go about assessing their situation?
Okay, when we first worked together, I've asked him 100 questions. Some of them will be flashed there. We established their pain points, how the items that they are dissatisfied with. We clarified their vision, and we path the course. What's the easiest, most effective, and efficient way for us to reach those goals?
So you have a questionnaire that's ready for them to assess their situation. Now, based on these questions, what problems did you immediately spot?
Okay, so questions are powerful. If I'm asking questions, that means I'm coaching. If I'm telling things, that means I'm teaching. The questions that we ask are such as time. How many hours of work did they clock in? The biggest room in the world is the room for improvement. What area in their business needs to be improved? How do the numbers are essential? So what level of their turnover or revenues that they have now, and are their profit margins?
Yes, again, we look at the numbers because numbers don't lie. Well, let's go to SMART goals. What SMART goals did you establish with your coachee?
As you know, SMART is an acronym for specific, measurable, ambitious, realistic, and time-bound goals. So I urge my coachee to think big and dream bigger. So from his 15 million annual sales, what is his SMART goal? And it came from him. He said he wants his annual revenues to grow by 60 million a year. So what we did was we meet regularly every week. The only time we're not meeting was when the house is on fire. And I give him a lot of positive pressure. We have a lot of uncomfortable conversations, and slowly making every quarter, checking how far are we, celebrating our wins. And wonder of wonders, we were able to meet that target within the year.
Self-assessment is very important, but how do you make sure they're honest as well with their assessment?
Okay, so we are our own worst critic. We have blind sides. So we need a sounding board that you can bounce around ideas. So for us, our baby is the best. Our baby is the ultimate.
Yeah. That is true. That is where you come in with your coaching process. But how did you structure your coaching process to make sure that it's effective?
Okay, we start with basics. We check on their mastery. How well did they master the fundamentals? Their time, their vision, their purpose, their numbers, and the way they deliver their product. Were they able to give what they promised their customers?
With your coachee in this case study, like you said, he had very specific goals, 60 million from 15 million. That's his target. How often did you meet, and what would you discuss every meeting for him to achieve these goals?
Okay. So among the first things that we did is I've asked him over 100 questions where we quantified which area of business needs a lot of help, which are the low-lying fruits where just a few resources will have massive results. And we will concentrate on that, and we'll work on others to improve the area. But in this client, I have over 67 business owners who paid good money or paying good money that I coach them. In this particular case, he's hitting his limit. So what we did is we set the bar high and work towards that. So we automated, we systematized, we get the right people to work with us, we minimize their pain points. Sometimes it's leadership. I urge them to keep on improving. So we attend these conferences, watch vlogs, read.
Continuous learning also is key. As you always say, Coach Joo, well, as you work towards your sales goal, how did you celebrate small wins and successes along the way?
Okay, so interesting because when we have a goal and it's met, since he likes to play guitar, he performed Stairway to Heaven while we're doing coaching sessions, things like that. Another thing is I give, once he told me, hey coach, you wouldn't like what I've done. What have you done? I bought my dream car, and that is a 2020 Porsche Turbo. And I told him, why would I be irritated? Because it's our plan. It's written in our goals. This is the one. The only difference was the color that he got.
Right, it's part of the plan, and it's important to celebrate and to go get your dream car or any goal that you've set your heart into.
In fact, in one of our conversations, he has his girlfriend, and I told him, hey, if your girlfriend is the one, don't waste time. But if she's not the one, don't waste time. And what he did when we met our goal, he flew his girlfriend first class to Paris, France. And he has a 2-carat diamond ring, which almost got lost. Good thing it did not. In Cahoots with Friends, he went down on his knees, popped the question, and she said yes. After a few months, they got married in church. And September, last year, she gave birth to their first child. So that's no longer my fault. They're the one who did the marital act, but that's how we celebrate.
He didn't waste any time. He got his girl, reached for his dreams. It's very impressive, Coach. And we've just scratched the surface of business strategies, but we need to take a quick break. Coming up, we'll explore how to boost revenue, maximize profits, and grow your customer base. Stay tuned.
What is your biggest mistake?
My greatest beefsteak.
I wanted to do that before I aura.
Aura.
Yeah.
We shine a light on the trailblazers, the disruptors, the titans of industry.
I'm gonna eat healthy. It's expensive. Guess what's more expensive? The hospital.
We're not just talking about success stories here. We're diving deep into their hearts and minds to see what drives them.
Balik mo ako.
Let's go.
Naiikot ako.
We are live. We are
Industry Beat on BNC, the Billionario News Channel.
Simulan na natin ang agenda.
Hindi kinagat ni Vice President Sara Duterte ang panawagan na magbitiw na lang siya sa pwesto.
Patuloy ang paghihikayat sa mga Pinoy sa Lebanon na i-avail na ang Voluntary Repatriation Program.
Do you think it was fair to have mentioned na may sinasabing may isang ex-PNP chief without dagdag na impormasyon tungkol doon?
Very unfair yun.
Sa bawat issue may anggulo at ang balita may agenda.
Welcome back to Pathways to Success. Still with us is José Leo Caparas Jr. of Action Coach Philippines. Now, Coach Joo, what are the key areas of business mastery that are essential for success?
There are 4 key areas. The first is finding your why, your purpose. Why are you doing what you're doing? What makes you go up, jump up from bed to work? The second would be mastering your time. Time, if you spend our money, we can earn it back. But if you spend our time, it's gone forever. Working with a coach, we can get at least 300 hours a year for you to do whatever you like. The third would be mastering your delivery. Are you able to give what you promise your customers? What are the guarantees that would minimize the risk, that will make it compelling proposition? And lastly, numbers. So you have to master your finances. I ask your producer, si Estelle, if someone told you need to lose weight, what do you think is the first thing you should do?
You asked her. If you ask me, I would consider it a personal attack. No, I'm just kidding. Well, if you ask me, I would weigh myself, I guess, look in the mirror and assess myself, right?
Exactly, that you did the right thing. You first hop on the weighing scale and check, what's the numbers? You cannot manage what you cannot measure. You cannot improve what you cannot measure.
Yeah. Look at yourself also, no? That's where self-assessment comes in, but better be honest also with that. Now, let's talk about cash flow. What strategies do you use to keep your cash flow predictable and secure?
So we have to list down who are our creditors, who are our debtors. If you're not a bank, you are not in the business of lending money. So how soon can you send out the invoices and collect? How soon, if you can always ask for a better deal with your suppliers, so stretch payment period, to always ask for a better deal. And let's say first day of the month, of the week, you would know how much cash is in the bank.
Yeah. Always ask for that deal, and also take note of your inventory, right? Okay, now every business needs a strong team. How do you now hire the right team members?
Okay, so it starts with yourself. What are your strengths? How are you at home? How are you at work? And so what are your blind sides? Like farming the Avengers, a super team, which area of the business you need help? And also to see what are the necessary job descriptions that is there. So if you tell your staff, do your job, what is my job? It's listed down there. So we have a way to ask the right questions to get the right person in the bus and to keep the right person on the bus.
Right. Now, how do you make a business run on autopilot? Of course, that is the dream for every business. Is that even possible?
Of course it is. It might take time, but we have to get the fundamentals ready. It's like building a condominium. You have to get the fundamentals right so that the more you put levels on it, the easier it will be. I have a friend who done the work and gets paid forever. That would be nice.
Yes. You hire good people and make sure the fundamentals are in place, then you will run on autopilot. Is that it?
That's right. You systematize, you automate, and make sure that it works without you.
So Coach Joo, let's talk more about hiring the right people. How exactly do you go about this? Is there also a questionnaire that you've prepared for hiring?
Okay, so it depends on what type of person you would like to work with you. So that one, you don't have the personality, the skills to pay the bills. So if that person is, the requirement of the job is to be meticulous, to be detailed, to get people who would fit that. If the job requires that person to be like a drill sergeant, to be deliberate, then you can get someone. But we have a way of getting more backups. You don't burn your bridges. If the first hire doesn't work, they still can get back to the second candidate.
Make sure you have a checklist, right? And if they tick all the boxes, then that's the right person for you. And also go with the gut feel. If you feel that's the right person.
There's a science to it. So there's such thing called Peter's principle. That means you should not promote someone beyond their level of competency. If a person is good doing rank and file work, if you promote that in the supervisory level, that might not be at par to standard. So know until where you want people who work with you. The Tagalog term is malasakit. You want them to grow in virtue, industriousness,
and trustworthiness, also very
common
important.
Sense, which nowadays is not so common. So there's a way for you to do so. Another way is to outsource it. If there's a scientific way to get the people to work with you, and the culture of try to be the employer of choice, that people would do work not because it's a job, it's because they find it as a career.
Okay, trust the science. Oh, so much more to learn from Coach Joo, but we have to take another quick break. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
begin your morning with these people that gives you the hottest information with excitement, positivity, and fun to start your day. Join Paulo Del Rosario, and Asis Carrillo, and Monique Tuzon.
Let's kick things off with some good vibes.
It's time to wake up and make this day amazing. For more happy moments only here.
It's a beautiful day. 7 a.m. on BNC, the Billionario News Channel. At BNC, 12 noon doesn't mean break. But breaking news, biggest stories, and latest updates.
15,000 teddy bears to pay tribute to the children killed in Gaza. Tensions in the West Philippine Sea reaching the skies. Hong Kong reclaims its spot as Asia's top financial center.
Mai Rodriguez, newsfeed at noon on BNC, the Billionario News Channel.
Welcome back to Pathways to Success. We've been digging into how to boost revenue and maximize profits. Let's keep the momentum going with Coach Joo and get more practical tips to help you succeed in your business. Now, Coach, we all want to attract more customers. What are some effective ways to bring in new clients and expand your customer base?
We have to look at two items. First is the leads. Is defined as those who saw your sign, who contacted you, who entered your door. And not all of them will be customers, but some of them do, and that's your conversion rate. So we have to find out what's your conversion rate, how effective are you. So the easiest way is we don't run one ad, we run several ads, and we drop those that test and measure it, we drop those that doesn't work, and we continue with those that works. It's not rocket science. It's the market is merciless. They're the ones who determine which is the winner and which is not.
Right. And now boosting revenue, everybody wants to know the strategies for this. It's a constant search for ways to boost sales. Now, what are the strategies to make your revenue soar?
We have to work on two levers. The first lever is the number of transactions. How often do they buy from you? And the second is the average peso sale, or on every transaction, how much on the average do they pay you? You would imagine when you enter a burger joint, if people ask you, if you buy a burger, they ask you, would you like to have fries with that? Mm-hmm. That is meant to increase the average peso sale. Or if you buy a drink, would you like to upsize your drink? Those are ways.
The upgrades.
That's right.
Okay.
And we have a war chest of strategies. There's no silver bullet. Each depends on each own how to increase that average peso sale.
The upgrades, the promos, they all go in tandem and to help you boost your sales. Now, maximizing profits is also essential for long-term success. What are your go-to methods for enhancing profit?
Okay, the key is margins. After you paid off all the bills, what do you have left? So how do you improve your margins? We have a war chest of strategies to do so. One is to look at your cost. Another, to get rid of those that are not moving and to make it lean and mean. Another is to increase your price. That's easy way. Another way is to stop discounting, because discounting kills business, and give exceptional service and value. The margins will tell you that's the easiest way to increase the profit.
But Coach, sometimes the goal is to increase profits without necessarily getting more customers. How do you focus on boosting profit through existing operations and strategies?
Okay, we first start with the margins. Then the second thing we would do is to look at the conversion rate. We don't need to put an ad, but sell to give exceptional service to those your current clients. At the same time, get in touch with your previous clients who already bought from you. Only then will you go to new trademark. I'll tell you a quick story of this guy. He won the Guinness Book of World Record, the best salesman. Normally, salesman of cars will sell 4 cars a month. This guy sells 8 cars a day. And
wow.
He does that because of this strategy. He writes letters. If you buy a car from him, he'll say, thank you for buying the car. Love, Joe Gerard.
Yeah, customers love that, right? The personalized
That's
touch.
right, and he does that every month. Valentine's Day, Christmas Day, you'll get the card from him now. In the span of the lifetime, around 3 cars, you need to buy a new car. Who do you think you'll buy next? Who do you think? And that's it. And that's cheaper than having a full page ad, than having billboard.
Yes, all those little details go a long way. And you love telling stories. Coach, thank you for all those stories that you told. But before we end, can you please tell our viewers how to contact you and maybe join your community?
We are an army. We have a tribe. We meet quarterly. You are free to join our free webinars. I gave one yesterday. To get value for you. So flashed on the screen would be your QR code on how you can get in touch with me. Some of my links to the videos that I've mentioned. And yeah, just keep in touch, because open and honest communication, the worst thing that you can do is do nothing. If you continuously do what you're doing, you will get the same result. The difference between you have now with 5 years from now is the people that you meet, the books that you read, and the actions that you take.
Take it from Coach Joo, valuable insights as always. Thanks for joining us today, Coach. And thank you for watching Pathways to Success. To our budding entrepreneurs, stay focused and keep these strategies in mind to achieve your goals. Remember, the more you learn, the more you earn. See you again tomorrow here on BNC, the Billionario News Channel.